Pixel swagger lights flash, slipping nice and never crash. Best DJs off the beat, sitting posts in every street. Live singers in the zone, places make me feel at home. Crowd cheers and feel alive, the rhythm real time. Pixel swagger, here we go. Feel the heat, the bass, the flow. Hands up in the air, we rise. Epic friends and good times. DJ Nettie spinning fire. Lifting spirits, take it higher. Lights and colors fill the air. A community beyond compare.
All right, so everybody, welcome to the Pixel Confessions podcast. This is episode number 7. Just a quick rundown of what we are. So Pixel Confessions is just a group of friends. We gather on voice calls and Discord mostly, and we just bullshit. We have fun. We talk about stuff. And one day we were like, damn, we need a podcast because some of the topics that we bring up are podcast worthy, to be honest. We have a really good chemistry. We have it creates a dynamic atmosphere and it keeps things interesting. Our team members we just range with different viewpoints, which adds a lot of individuality to this podcast, which is pretty amazing. So my name's Abby Lynn. I've been in SL for 16 years now. Took a little bit of a long break and I just came back last year. I own the Pixel Live Sim and co-owner of everything else Pixel Swagger. And well, that's enough about me. Tegan, go ahead.
Hi guys, I'm Tegan. I am co-owner of Pixel Swagger. I'm also co-owner of the Pixel Swagger HQ Sim, where everyone can come and join us, play some games. They even have a movie night every other Monday. I never get to make them because I'm always working my ass off. One of these days I will try. Okay, Aria.
Hi, I'm Aria. I am co-owner of Pixel Swagger. Been with these girls since the beginning, like 12, 13, 14 years ago, something like that. Back when we were just a blog. And I'm also the resident stoner, but that comes up at least once. Aaron.
Hey everyone, I'm Aaron. I'm the live singer manager at Pixel Swagger, and I'm a consultant for Pixel Swagger Live. I own Neptune Hit Music, and I'm an audio engineer for Smokefest this year. So I hope to see you all there. And
Yeah, Smokefest is gonna be so fucking fun. All right, so we're gonna jump into the very first topic. It's kind of a sensitive topic, literally, because it's about SL insecurities versus your RL insecurities. I kind of don't know where to start with it, just because I'm very personal. I'm private. Sorry, I'm very private. I'm a very private person. I don't just air all of my laundry everywhere or anything like that. But I am definitely an insecure person, and I've been told a lot that I portray a lot of confidence on here, which for me, I find is super easy to portray confidence when you can make your avatar look like whatever the hell you want and you're kind of living through it. But no, I certainly have my insecurities, and I also have insecurities on SL too that I struggle with. And I guess I'll share mine soon, but does anybody have any SL insecurities that they don't have in RL?
That's complicated. That's a complicated topic.
It is a complicated topic, but it's real, and that's what we do here. We have real conversations, and Okay, I'll start. So one of my insecurities in SL is actually my intelligence. A lot of people think I'm just like I don't know. A lot of people think like I'm super smart because like I have a sim or whatever, but like my insecurity actually comes from my me talking, like people talking to me on voice because my grammar, like I suck at English and it's my first language. So my grammar and I sometimes I struggle to find words or my ADD will get the best of me and like I'm stuttering or I just can't think. And I feel like a lot of the times I get portrayed as the in quotes dumb blonde, right? So that's one of my biggest SL insecurities is that people underestimate me because I don't have the best grammar and or because I, you know, can't come up with a instant solution or an instant response. I get stoner brain without being stoner. So that's one
Me
That
of
too.
that
that's
surprises me about you, Abby. I've never once in like the 16 years I've known you thought of you as the dumb blonde.
Me
And
neither.
see, I constantly feel like that. I think I've even said that to Aaron, like in conversations that we've had. It's like I feel stupid. I feel so stupid because I can't express myself the way I want to express myself. But like, if you get me, like, if I can have like 20 minutes alone to collect everything, I can come back at you with like the most professional and best response ever. But
So
like,
I think your informal talking though is kind of what draws people in because you make everyone feel like they can talk to you and you are down to earth and you're not just like crazy smart and stupid and at the same time. So I mean, you're like I don't know, you vibe well. I don't think that you're
yeah, I feel
yeah,
I
you
vibe
do vibe
well.
really well.
Yeah, I feel I vibe well. I just feel like I don't portray the intelligence that I would like to portray.
I didn't know that about you either.
Yeah,
I
that's one
think
of
you're
my
awesome.
insecurities.
That's
Especially
more
I
one of my insecurities in real life more so than SL.
Oh, really? See,
Well,
in
because like
real life, I'm so like well, my job, right? I have to come up with solutions on the spot, and so I'm like trained for it. And I don't know why, but in SL, like it's one of my biggest insecurities.
so like my job has us wanting to know like all this like super specific information about like mattress components and where they come from, and they want us to like sound intellectual, which I mean I don't think I'm dumb, but by no means do I ever like think I talk intellectually. And so like or articulately, that's what I'm trying to say, like articulate. And so like it was really like it took me a long time to adjust to that position and feel confident and like feel like I could keep up with like the people who've been doing this for like 13, 14 years that know literally every freaking detail about a mattress. But yeah, that's more of my insecurity in like real life than it is in SL.
What do you have in SL that's an insecurity?
I mean, okay, I know all you guys have seen me pretty emotional, but for me, it's really hard, like, to trust new people or people I really care about with the emotional stuff. Like, I have
Yeah.
trauma from previous SL relationships. Like, I hate to be like, SL has fucked me up, but SL has fucked me up in relationships. Like, I think we've all gone through shit, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
and you guys know my history more, than anybody would. But it's really hard for me to like really open up when I'm feeling emotional and like vulnerable because I feel like every time I ever have, I've scared them away. So that's one of my insecurities, I guess, in SL that I don't have so much in real life because, well, I've been with my real life for 10 years and he's fucking stuck. So, but
I don't think you scared them. Yeah, I don't think you scared them away. It's like because I don't find you like you don't carry a lot of baggage with you or anything like that. You are an emotional person, but I feel like that's like one of your biggest like one of your best features because you do wear your heart on your sleeve, and like not a lot of people do that, but like you're also protective of it too. I don't know. I think that's one of your best features though, and best qualities, because that's where all your kindness comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely
I
more
agree.
guarded than what I used to be.
Yeah, I will admit, like my confidence in SL um is a lot higher like than it is in RL for sure. Like I said, I'm playing behind this like gorgeous Barbie doll, and well, to me she's pretty. I mean, I like my avatar, but in real life, yeah, I'm definitely self-conscious. I'm definitely not like skinny. I definitely do not have my avatar's fucking thick hips. Damn, I wish I had her hips, but hey. But I mean, I, it's easier to be confident when it comes to, and I don't do this anymore, but like when it comes to like flirting and talking and stuff, and then when you get to the point where it's time to exchange pictures, it's kind of like, oh shit, here we go. Oh shit, my confidence just went in the fucking trash. Aaron, do you have any insecurities in SL that you don't have in real life?
I don't know that I have any. Um, my my overall insecurity is just, always being worried about whether I'm being taken seriously. And like you
Mm.
said, you wonder if people think you're smart or whatever. I felt like that too, and obviously we both know that we're pretty intelligent, but I, th- I think maybe on Second Life, something that exists that hasn't really in real life before Second Life is, I've been catfished. And so I wonder, sometimes the people that I let in to my Second Life, which ultimately ends up being my real life, are they who they say they are? Are, are they living two lives here that I'm not aware of? And
For
things
the
like that.
record, me and him are on cam every day.
And it's, those things have happened in real life relationships too. We've all been through that. Um, I think we've all been through that. But yeah, that's essentially my only security or insecurity in Second Life. And I think more it's a result of me just being such an anxious person to begin with, and maybe that has a lot to do with the amount of caffeine I drink. I am highly anxious. I know that
Highly
sometimes my
caffeinated.
insecurities are just not grounded in reality, but they're the result of a previous reality. So I don't know. That's where
My other insecurity in SL2, and I feel like this is a super selfish insecurity that I have. But it's also I've recently learned that it's part of my ADD. So let's say I build this new venue, and I invite everybody to come over and see it. And I'm like, I'm so proud of it. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, no, you did a really good job." And like in my mind, that's how I'm hearing it, despite the fact that they're actually like, "Damn, this is a really good job." Like, wow. But because
Oh,
I'm not hearing trigger words, I'll start picking apart my build. Being like, okay, what can I do differently because they didn't even notice this, or you know what I mean? But it also could be truth too, that like, oh well, they didn't notice this, so like it's not standing out. How can I make it stand out? So it's the most constructive criticism to have like the responses that way, but at the same time it's like a confidence downer where it's like, oh man, like I was so proud of this. Is it crap? Like, but then somebody else
aw.
will come in, then somebody, and I'm not saying you guys are like that. I was just using you as an example of somebody that comes in, but then somebody else might come in and they're like, wow, this is really, really great. And I thrive off of those responses. I thrive off of praise. Oh my God, I can't believe I just
You got a
said that.
praise kink.
I I thrive off of like praise, but not sexually, but I do thrive off of like praise of like, wow, you did a really good job with that, and like it does it boosts my confidence, and I think that's why I am a high praiser. I think you guys have all experienced them. I had a lot of people like come to me and they're always like, "Oh man, you're always so like supportive and you always say like super nice things." And it's like I want to give them the praise that I would want to receive. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. See,
So
look, I'm second guessing myself right now and just how I was
look at
explaining
you.
that.
I'm about to say, so look at you doing that.
Yeah.
So I think mine is actually opposite of yours. So I'm confident in real life. I like super confident. I'm still shy, but I'm not nowhere near as shy as I am here. And
Mm.
I'm not confident here either. But in real life, I have no issues with it. I don't know why, but it's probably weird that SL makes me less confident,
Because in
and more
mom,
shy.
it's because in real life you're a fucking mom and you're at the point where you're just like, I don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, kinda. Kind, I guess that's kinda it, but I don't know. I feel like I carry myself well in real life, so I don't
You
really
do.
have the same. I don't really have the same. Hey, am I carrying myself well in
Mm.
SL like I do in real life? Because in real life, like I said, I'm a confident person, but SL not so much, and it's a really weird. It's
I
really
see
weird,
in
but
real life, I'm like, so in real life, like, I think I've said this before, like, I'm the person that I'm like, oh yeah, I'll definitely go to that party. And then at the last minute, I'm like, I do not want to go to that party. Like, I'm
right.
so confident when I'm talking about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to go have a good time. And then as it approaches, it's like, I don't want to go. Everybody's going to stare at me and yada, yada, yada.
Oh,
And I'm like horrible at like if I'm eating in a restaurant and somebody like that I'm with is talking too loud, I actually will get anxiety because like you know how people will glance over because they're listening to what you are talking about with the other person. It actually gives me anxiety just thinking that other people are even looking over.
are
Like,
looking over and listening.
right. And it's like,
No.
stop talking so loud. I'm like the shush person. Unless I got a few drinks in me.
Oh, thank you, Lava.
If I get a
Tegan
few
said
drinks in me.
the other Tegan said your builds are never crap. They always look really great.
Thank you. I
And,
appreciate
and then
that.
Lala told me I was cool, so props over there.
Aw, you guys are so freaking amazing. Oh, see my praise. You guys are amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna jump us into the next topic because I actually feel like we might be able to spend a little bit of extra time on that topic, which kind of like it kind of segues into yeah, we can segue into this because speaking of insecurities, like anxiety and depression, um, do you feel it's possible to get anxiety and depression from this, and I'm going to use quotes here, game?
Absolutely.
100% I agree.
Absolutely.
Aaron?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, what you
Uh,
experience here is a part of who you are.
so are any of you comfortable discussing, obviously you don't have to give details, but like a time where you felt anxiety or depression in this game?
Yeah, I mean, there's been lots of times. I mean, just recently, if anyone sees my Facebook, I've been a little bit up and down and all over the place. Sometimes I think when I get too involved in SL and too like hyper focused on it, I do get depression. And lots of anxieties and lots of insecurities, and my social battery gets worn out. Like I get like this boost, like where like everybody's talking to me. I'm like, oh yeah, people like me. And then all of a sudden I'm just completely fucking drained. Which then
Mhm.
starts a cycle of feeling drained, which I isolate myself, I start feeling depressed, and then I'm kind of all over the place. Um, and I have to step back. And I'm currently, if you guys will notice, like I'm not on SL as much at the moment. Um, Today I got to go out with my daughter. We got some new fish. My new fish got some new friends. um,
Oh
I'm
my
actually,
gosh, you
Yes.
and your fish, holy shit.
but you know what? Like I was telling Noah last night that like I actually like am really enjoying having this fish tank. It's my first time having a planted tank, and it's like so serene. It makes me so happy.
Aw.
Um, which I need right now because like things, like things have been hard lately. And honestly, like just having my fish makes me really happy, and it sounds so dumb. And poor Noah had to hear me like nerd out about fish stuff today.
It's
See,
not dumb.
I think that's fucking cute. I think that's
It is.
adorable. I mean, I've definitely I left SL for 8 years, and I actually I actually experienced a depression from SL. It originated from SL. So like it was a really bad breakup. I had also like pulled away from SL during that relationship, which left me like questioning my not questioning the friendship, but like um s- being anxious and coming back to try and like salvage the friendships that I had before I started like fading away from SL. And then, also when you leave SL for a while and you realize how much time you spent in this game. And for me at that point it was what was it? 2008, and I left in 2013 2015 is when 14 is when I officially left. So 6 years of my life, I was logged into this game every day and living through it. And I think I even said on one podcast, like I was at the point where I was dreaming in avatars. I wasn't even dreaming of real people. And when you come out of here and you actually escape the hold that it has on you, and then you realize how much time you lost. And but at the same time, it's like, well, did I really lose it? Like, I actually went to therapy over this shit. And if it wasn't for therapy, I probably would not have come back. But the therapy actually helped me realize too that like the friendships I had in here were real. The friendships I've developed were real. Those were real people. There was a fine line between the living through the avatar part, obviously, but if you're coming in here and you're just being real about who you are and everything like that, like your personality is a real thing, and you just have to remember that your avatar is just your avatar, like you're still you. But yeah, I went through a long depression where I was gone for 8 years. Like I was scared to come back because I was scared of what I would come back to. And then um
We knew
another
you'd come
thing
back.
Another thing that I've had anxiety and depression about is um social like friendships changing. Like your social circles changing, and um I don't really know how to explain this. Like basically like you have friends, and there may be a fallout between friends, and then all of a sudden it's like, where am I here now? Because like you're no longer able to hang out with everybody at the same time. Now you have to like divide yourself between everybody, and then it's like, oh well, how do you pick sides? And you get anxiety from that, and then you get depression because things aren't the same, or things have changed, or the dynamics have changed. And um I find for me like friendship and loss of friendship, or changes in friendship, like when you go to being super close to somebody to all of a sudden rarely ever talking, that's so depressing to me. Like I hate that, and I hate, and sometimes it's me that's the one that has to do it, or me the one saying I don't want to be a part of this no more. And that's depressing for me too, because like I have to make a decision that potentially is going to hurt somebody. So SL is definitely full of real emotions for me, I find. Tegan, I don't know if have you ever had SL depression?
Of course I have.
Have you?
Yeah. Do you want to know when the worst time was for me?
I don't know. Oh
You
god.
probably don't want to know then, do you?
No, it has to
It
do with
was,
me, doesn't it?
it definitely does. It's when you left. You
Ah.
left, dropped off the face of the earth for me, and my best friend. So um, it was
I'm so
then.
sorry.
Yeah, I mean, just being honest, that was the
No,
first
no, that's
time.
the whole part of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I ever had like actual depression and SL. Um, and then Aria, she was right there holding my hand, and
Oh,
she drugged me out of there, and we moved on, we got on, and we're
thanks,
happy,
Aria.
so happy you're
we
back.
had to make new avatars to move on
We
though.
did, we did. We made new avatars to move on, and it was
We
it
did.
was good. It was good.
Aw.
So,
But at the
but
same time, yeah, and I think I've told you guys this before, though. I think like we had this big discussion in the beginning. If I hadn't have done that, if I did not leave when I did, I 100% would not have I would not have the career that I have now. Like I have an amazing career, like a
for
career. I
sure.
don't just have a job, I have a career, but also like I had to go live in real life, and I was stuck. Like I said, I spent 6 years of dating on SL, not in real life. And I had to get out in real life and like experience stuff and get through all that depression and the hurt from the breakup, because the breakup was not a good breakup for me. Um but I I, like I said, I was so scared to come back. Like the anxiety I had to come back. And then the day I looked at your profile and it said, I play on my alt now. And I was like, I've been searching for these bitches for a week and they're on alts. What the hell?
That was for you. I put
That
that
was
in
for
there for
me.
you. Yep,
Yeah. And I would log in once in a while periodically and
We
change my
know.
and change your
profile about you.
profile. We
We
know we
Yeah.
know.
stalked you.
We
Yeah, I
saw.
would do.
We saw all of it. We would go looking through groups to see when the last time you had logged in. It was like we
Mhm.
missed her by a week, and we'd have a whole
Yeah.
conversation. I mean,
But the biggest anxiety I think I've ever had in my SL or RL was getting the nerve up to message you to tell you I was back.
Aw. Well, I was
Cause
very anxious when you did send me a message because I didn't know what to do. I'm on voice with Aria, like, oh my God, you won't believe who messaged me.
it was a very quiet night. Like
it was your
it was
birthday.
tense. It was my birthday.
Yeah.
It was on my birthday. Um, it was very tense.
Oh man,
It
it was a
was.
bit. Yeah, I wasn't trying to make it tense, but I was just like, I just they need to know that I'm here because if I didn't want you guys to run into me and be like, what the hell, I was like,
I
no.
would have been upset. That would have gave me anxiety.
No. And then you guys just fucking picked me up right where we fucking left off. It was
We
amazing. You
just
guys
had to
are
get past
amazing.
the initial shock. Get past that
No.
initial shock, and it's like there she is. We knew she'd come back.
Yeah, and then you guys gave me
So
a total makeover. Oh my god.
because you were very new.
I think Tegan
Uh,
was kind of like cautious, like a little bit like I
Oh,
don't want
is
to
she
say
very
gonna leave
cautious.
again?
but very cautious. But I think I was more like excited because I knew that like
Yeah.
I knew realistically that you were what we needed to make SL fun again. And I had said it before, like we need our
Hmm.
Abby back because like she was how we met people because me and Tegan can't go meet people ourselves. I mean, we spent a very
What are you
long time
talking
alone
about,
on
Aria? We still nursed them just fine.
Oh my gosh. All
this.
right. Aaron, I know that you just like totally fell into the lap of us like just reminiscing through memories here,
Oh,
but
I
do you
mean, I
have
can see
anything?
how how they needed you the way they did. I
Yeah.
don't.
Aw.
I mean, I've gone through anxiety, depression as a result of Second Life. I don't really think I've suffered any kind of major depression because of it, but I also took time off, not anywhere near as long as you, just a few months, but I remember like for weeks afterward, I was constantly like anxious, thinking like, oh, people think I left them, abandoned them, because I only
Yeah.
talked to a couple of people on Discord after I decided to take a break, and my goal was never to come back to Second Life because I just wanted to do other shit, but here I am. As far as anxiety goes, there's I've had my moments, whether it's with friendships or relationships, and even my club that I used to run.
Oh,
Like
cat's
if we
requesting.
weren't
Oh,
performing well
Go
against
ahead.
others.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
things
I
as well.
get that too. That you know what, the in world too. That there's stress when it comes to like owning a venue and operating a venue 100% for sure. Kat is requesting to speak, so I'm gonna pull her on stage for a second because I'm assuming she has something to say. There you go.
Hi, Kat.
Hey, Kat.
You were talking about pauses in Second Life, and it just took me back because I started like in '07, and I came in for like 3 years, and I had this relationship that turned into a real life engagement and
Aw.
proposal, the whole 9 yards, and then
Hmm.
we ended up breaking up after 2 years, and it didn't get it, and then it ended. Um,
Uh.
and so I ended up actually it lasted. Yeah, I met him in '07, so it lasted 3 years, not 2 years. But anyway, we broke up in 2010, and I went through this phase where I was doing Second Life still because I met him in Second Life,
Mm,
and I ended up leaving in 2010, and I still had connections to people in Second Life because I'd known them in real life. So I kept in touch, and every so often I would like come in, but never for more than like one event or something.
mm.
So I was out for 10 years, got my university degree, and then a friend of mine told me, "Well, we have this place called Helping Haven and we need volunteers and it's kind of dead there and maybe you can like rile it up because it's been so dead for so long." And so I was like, "Okay." And I
Aw.
came
Just
and I
like
came
that.
back. And I came back and that was literally right at the beginning of the pandemic, like right when everything was shut down.
Mm. I heard that was a good time in SL.
It
It was.
it was interesting because I came back as non-meshy. Everybody else was all gorgy and messy, and I was
Same.
all I was all non-meshy and I didn't look new, but I was still non-meshy.
I was definitely non-meshy. Oh my goodness, for sure. But you know what? That's actually a good topic too, because like I didn't get to experience the pandemic in Second Life, and I've heard Aaron and some others say like the Second Life was like thriving and bopping during the pandemic. Like,
It really was.
so
Right.
like,
Yeah,
We went from being just me and Tegan to me, Tegan, and two others on us.
but
We
like
doubled our friend group.
I guess my
Mhm.
curiosity there is like I know that it was a very depressing time during the pandemic for a lot of people in their real life. Was SL like, like that more of a cheer up for everybody? Like, was there, do
it
you
was the
think there was
best
depression?
distraction ever, I think. For a lot of people, they got to be social, they still got to go out, they still got to go clubbing, even
Mhm.
if it
Mm.
wasn't a virtual environment because you couldn't go out in the real world, right? So the next best thing is the same kind of environment just virtually.
I get
And
yeah, so like I guess where my question would be like, especially people that date and break up, like, so if you're already depressed in real life and then you come in here and you're living your best fucking life and then all of a sudden your depression hits in here too, like, that would be so difficult to manage, and I can see that of happening to a lot of people because a lot of people take relationships in here so, well, not everybody, but very seriously, right? Like, it's like I've met the love of my life. How, how did you guys handle the pandemic and SL?
for me, it was kind of a plus because I was kind of on a mission to support this um place for newbies. So it gave me a way of contributing in a positive light because the people who would have show up there were people who didn't know anything about SL. So I would guide them through the freebies, I'd guide them through building, I'd guide them through a different whatever they wanted to learn about. I was kind of like a friendly face they could count on and check in with.
What
Um
about what about you, Aaron? Because I've heard you mention many times about the pandemic and SL and how it was so great. Like, what was your experience?
I mean, clubs were popping. It was like a nonstop party, really. Um, anything you could envision to provide for other people, it would easily come to fruition, and you could almost, I mean, you can never guarantee a crowd, but you could almost guarantee a crowd no matter what you were doing. I don't have any real numbers on what shopping was like at the time, but
I
that's
don't
how
have
packed,
numbers
like
on
all
shopping,
the
but
time.
What was you saying, Aria?
I say I didn't have the numbers on the shopping, but the shopping was pretty good. Like the events were fantastic. Like I think we were seeing some great mesh work. We were seeing like amazing sims to explore. I've never been like one to go clubbing or anything like that. But we definitely saw like the uplift in people, in events, and quality. People had more time on their hands.
Because they had more time, there was more creativity,
Mhm.
For
especially
sure.
like you said with Sims and stuff like that.
A lot of
Yeah.
Oh, we
positive
saw some
energy.
beautiful sims. Yeah.
A lot of positive energy. A lot of people actually really legitimately trying to connect virtually, but also not being afraid of connecting in real life, but knowing that they were limited in real life. So they let it was kind of fun in the sense that you could be yourself in world,
Mm.
and it wasn't so tough. You could stay non-meshy for a while. No one would give you shit. Now you stay non-meshy and people look at you funny and people start treating you funny and people isolate you, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, there's a lot of bullying in
There's a
SL,
lot
I
of
find.
mean-spiritedness that you see a lot more that you didn't see during that time period because everybody was coming in new and didn't have the meshy stuff. So if you learn the meshy stuff, it was great because you could cross share it and then people would be excited because they'd
Yeah.
be like, "Oh wow, now I look fancy," and they'd be excited about it, and that would keep them coming back during that entire time period. What was super exciting too was when SL had their SL 17B or whatever or 18B. I mean, those 2 years, they had like really strong pull for entertainment. I mean, you would show up at an SL 18B or 17B party and it was packed to the gills. Sometimes you couldn't get in. They had double sims where you'd have to go on the overflow sim to still hear the
Mm.
music for the event. So there were places that were getting just packed and packed with people from the entire globe. And everybody was kind of social and playful. And then as the world started to open up, that of course disappeared very quickly.
Because people started going back to real life. Yeah.
Exactly. Not
For
and then
sure.
that's not a bad thing. I mean, it served its purpose during its time, which was not a bad thing. But
Yeah.
SL kind of failed to evolve from that point, which seems sad to me.
Well, yeah, because I can see that because like there was probably a huge drop in numbers, which would definitely cause that for sure. I'm gonna get us into the next topic, because I want to know what do you guys look forward to in SL? What makes your SL like? Because we're just talking about the things that are causing us anxiety and depression. What are the things in game that make you happy and joyful and that you look forward to?
You,
The pe-
I
I
mean,
dare say the people.
yeah.
The people.
Hmm. Your
I think,
friends.
yeah, I'm a big social. I know I you guys say I'm a social butterfly in here, and I go along with it, but I don't feel like I am. But I definitely do enjoy the I definitely do enjoy like the group calls. I thrive off of group calls. I love getting in a group call. I love getting in this podcast. Like I look so forward to this every week. Like and I don't know if it's like I just made an announcement yesterday that I'm actually taking a bit of a break, not from SL but from the Pixel Swagger live venue for the month of August so that I can go do more things in real life. It's the end of summertime, and it's not because of depression or I want to leave SL or anything, but I love what I do here. I love it so much, but I'm also trying to balance the fact that like summer's almost over and I want to go to the beach and I want to go maybe whale watching and I want to go camping with my family or go spend the day in the pool or whatever. But I feel like I'm really really going to miss it a lot cuz I absolutely love coming in here and building too. And I'm gonna also take the month to like rebuild the sim. I'm gonna pull an Arya and Tegan and rip the whole thing down.
Yeah, but you kept yours completed for a while. We barely get ours to completion point.
I've had this one completed since December, and I've added to it. Tegan Slade just said, seeing the creativity of people on SL and friends. I lost a lot of my friends in SL a year ago, so it feels nice to know there are people out there who actually like me. We
I
love
Oh,
you,
like you,
Tegan.
we
Tegan.
love you, Tegan.
What about you guys? Aaron, what brings you into SL? Like what makes you happy in SL
What
besides
brings
me?
to SL? Well, like I spent most of the entire last year landscaping my sim like over and over and over. I must have redone my sim like 3 times, but
Mm,
that kind of brings me a sense of peace and calm. You know what I mean? So like
mhm.
as I said, I'm highly anxious, and like whenever I felt stressed, I'd come home from work. I would ignore my other obligations that I had on Second Life, which I regret that a little bit, but I I would build, I would landscape. Um, I always look forward to live entertainment here. There is so much, and I used to be so into the club scene, which I still am into live DJing, but like over the last couple of years, 2 years or so, I've really, really learned to love the live music scene, live singers. That's
Mm.
something that's really, really motivated me to get on here. That's something I truly enjoy, and honestly, there's a lot of times where I'd rather just be doing that than listening to Spotify or whatever. Um,
Wow, that's good to know. I'll drag your ass all over the place now. I was just giving you a break. What, what about you, Tegan and Arya?
Mine is the people. I tend to not do a lot in real life with other people. Just I'm
Yeah,
not a
but you're a
social
mom of
butterfly.
5.
I'm not a mom of five. I'm a mom of four.
I was counting Ray.
No, don't count Ray. So it's I enjoy all the people on here, all the different people, and then all the places that we go in here, and all the lands that we go and look at, and we love sim hopping, especially when we're trying to get ideas for our new build that we decide, that we needed to have 5 minutes ago, and we tear down our land and start all over again. No,
If the
Gosh.
person who built the bay is ever listening
oh,
to this podcast, please rebuild your sim. We got so much
please,
inspiration from you.
we miss
Aw.
it.
Please.
What about you,
Uh,
Kat, since you're in here?
For me, like I'm okay. I will freely and embarrassingly admit I am a capital GEEKNERD.
A geek
Because
nerd?
yeah, because when I came back, yeah, to helping Haven and stuff, but I also came back for the learning. Because
Mm.
the first time I came in for the whole learning process and getting ideas on the virtual world, and I was kind of a tech geek back then, and that was still when I was a secretary for a Fortune 500 company. Well,
Ah.
um, it was fine. That was but that was like a stopping point for a lot of women. I was bored. I was by my 3rd year as a secretary, I was bored out of my mind.
Mm.
And I wanted more, which is why when the breakup happened, I was like, I'm going back to uni, I'm getting my degree, and I'm gonna get a better job.
Yeah.
And that led me down the project management road, and project coordination, project managing, and assessing risk and doing everything from the beginning to the end on software implementations and stuff. And so all of that ambition, I feel, kind of started in SL, because when I came in SL, I became this like coordinator of events for
Mm.
Help People Island, and I did that really solidly for 2 years. I was doing my own builds for events. We would do movies, we would do huge parties, theme parties, and I would literally build the ballrooms and stuff at that time when we were doing prims, and I was doing all
So
that
your passion in SL actually led you
to
to
a
your
better
real
job.
life
Oh yeah.
career.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
freaking amazing. That is
Absolutely.
freaking amazing.
Way
I'm
back in the
gonna
day. So coming back was like really different, because I came back to learn marketing, and now I have, like, the YouTube channel, I have the collaboration with ATG, I do all this other stuff. And I love the learning.
That's amazing. See, and that's like, it's like I said, if I hadn't of left SL, because I worked in a restaurant when I was in SL the first time, and if I hadn't of left SL, and mine was for a negative reason, I wouldn't have the career I have now. Like, I have an amazing career, amazing job. Um Really quickly though, Melinda added in here, she loves the amount of talent that is in Second Life, from DJs, singers, builders, scripters. There's so much talent on this platform in general. I also love the support you can find in Second Life. It's a great way to just let go and breathe. Aria, you didn't get to say your Second Life joy. What brings you joy?
It honestly, it depends on the day and what I'm doing for that period of time in my second life. Right now, I really enjoy spending time when I get it with Noah. So
Aw.
that's what brings me joy at the moment. But building is very peaceful to me. There's been times where it's being creative. It's one way or another, either being creative or getting to spend the time like with the people I'm close to.
I think
Um,
that's one of the biggest things, like, for everybody, is the creative side. Like, I don't know, I don't know a lot of people that come in here and don't want to build or decorate a house or something, along those lines, or run a club or something. Like, I don't actually think I know anybody that doesn't want to do that. Do you? I
um, no, I mean, y- well, no, I have known people who are no interest in the creative side of it. Um, but not many. I think most people like to be creative in one way or another in SL because I mean, right, that's what SL is. SL is created by the people who play it. So,
Yeah.
which is one thing I've always like when I do talk about Second Life to someone who doesn't know about it. Like that's the first thing I bring up is that it's all created by the user base. Like every single piece that you find in here has been created by someone that plays the game. Um,
Truth. Truth.
which I think is really cool. Um, yeah.
I've just recently, was actually just last night, I decided to try meshing for the first time, and like, I haven't meshed since like 2012, or no, before that. Playing with mesh the first time was back in like 2011, and I was actually helping build cars with somebody. So I've developed a new love for that. I've already started on like my next logos and stuff. So I'm gonna jump into the next topic. It's the last topic of the night. It is called fucking lag. Since the PBR updates on a lot of these viewers, the lag has been so intense, but there's also like, even people that are not on the PBR viewers are complaining about extreme lag. So my question here, and it's actually a really good question, is what has made you rage quit SL? Has lag ever made you rage quit?
Actually,
Nobody?
yeah. One night I was super annoyed with lag, and it wasn't this viewer. What It was on a Friday night that we were having a party, and I could not load in. And I had spent, I think it was possibly when we did the ABC party.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I think that's what it was. Maybe it was a different one, but it was a real disco. Did we do a disco? That's what it was.
Yes, we did.
It was this
And
one.
I was so annoyed. First of all, I spent a ton of time making my outfit. I remember like there were like amazing outfits around I couldn't see. And it ended up being an SL problem. But yeah, I was so frustrated. Like I didn't talk to anybody that night. I was like, if it wasn't for that we were in an event that I felt obligated to be at, I would have just logged off for the night. I was so upset.
So the only time like I've ever like oh god, I can't believe I'm saying this. The only time like I've ever rage quit SL has been like, hey, I've been extremely frustrated, like you said, like nothing's loading, and it's like this shit, like I'm out. But most of the time, oh god, I'm the person that rage quits in the middle of an argument. Like I'm very bad and notorious for that. I will just like if I'm mad at somebody or if I'm having an argument with somebody, I'm just like fuck it. Or I'll even be like fuck you and I'm out. I just click and I normally come back about 10 minutes later after I realized I was, being a baby.
Doesn't sound like anything I would ever do.
I'm horrible for rage quitting
Oh
for
my
that
God.
purpose.
Aria.
Okay, I did it last week and I apologized to everyone I needed to apologize for, okay?
That wasn't even SL, was it? That was Discord.
No, that was SL. She was in
No, it
SL.
was Discord. We weren't even together in SL.
No.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, I'm out. Bye. We all
She
have
even
those
said
days.
bye though.
I did say bye.
I've
No,
actually had
okay, but
moments where I've rage quit Discord.
okay, but this is how bad I rage quit Discord is that I was like, I'm out, bye. I turned off my computer, but then like people started messaging me on Discord and I couldn't figure out how to sign out of Discord on my phone, so I uninstalled the app.
And here we sit laughing about it. And at the moment, we were like, is she okay? Like, which one of us pissed her off? Like, we were literally sitting here trying to figure out. Like, then, we found
And
out
I
who it
was like
was.
bawling my eyes out, crying, and like Adam comes out from being in a meeting for the last hour. It's like, "Are you okay?" And I am just like crying.
Oh my
Like, did I
god.
do something? And I was like, "No, not you.
Oh my
For
fucking
once, it's
god.
not you." I think
For
he did
once.
something later that night.
Oh shit. Aaron, have you
No,
ever rage quit SL?
Jesper, hi.
Hey, so when I read the topic, you said rage quit, and I thought you meant like refusing to log on,
Bye.
right? Like, so you
No,
just
no,
mean logging
rage
off because
quit.
you're mad? I mean, I
Well, it's
log
like
mad.
what people do in video games. They get killed, and they're like, fuck this, and they just rage quit. They're like, I'm fucking out, and they log out.
Hmm. I can't say I've ever logged off.
I don't think you ever have, because
I
I
haven't.
feel like I've pissed you off enough where you should have logged out and you didn't. So I
And
don't,
I
I can't see you as the type of person to rage quit.
I don't think I've ever rage quit SL. Really,
look,
I
I
don't.
felt guilt. I felt guilty the other night and like turned my computer back on 10 minutes later because I felt guilty for not responding to people checking on me. And
He was
even had gone
gonna.
to Facebook to like explain myself to a couple of people who like didn't deserve no one deserved my rage quit, but who weren't even a part of like any of it.
See, Tegan Slade just said it's always okay to click the X, in my opinion. I mean, sometimes I just don't even think. I just click it, and then I'm like, well, shit, I'm still in Discord. I gotta because we're on voice all the fucking time, right? So it's like, fuck. There's just so many X's, then it's hard to make a really good dramatic exit when you have to close out of like 3 different places. It's really
True.
See,
hard.
I'm like Melinda though. I just silently just close out. I don't rage anything. I just put see ya.
It
Well,
takes a lot to
that's
get me
still rage
there.
quitting. that's still rage quitting. If you silently walk out,
Just silently. It's a silent rage quit.
yeah.
That's what I do. I
I've done
just
that
close
to Dis-
out.
I've definitely done that to Discord because there are times when Discord doesn't want to cooperate with either Alchemy or Firestorm, or it doesn't want to cooperate with NVIDIA Broadcast and GeForce. And because I'm doing the filming and stuff for ATG, it's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I can't handle this anymore. I'm leaving.
How
If
I felt
Discord isn't going to be
earlier.
nice to me, I'm not going to be good. I'm not going to be using it.
Yeah, I felt that earlier because I had Blender and like 4 other things going while I was watching a tutorial, and my SL was just, and I was over at Corley's set trying to listen to her at the same time, and then and plus I was talking to Aaron on voice at the same time, and my computer was just like, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. You need to shut the fuck off. Like, what the fuck? Aaron, you was gonna say something, but I told you that you're not a rage quitter. What was you gonna say?
I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Aw, I'm sorry. Oh shoot. Does anybody else have any thoughts on the lag though in SL? Like, how are you dealing with the lag recently?
I just keep buying new computers, which I think is probably the stupidest thing because right now I have 3 laptops and I'm only using one.
Oh my god, you need to just
I
move
love
all the
that.
RAM from all the others into the one.
It's just crazy. I don't know what, yeah, I mean, I mock myself, but it's true. It's like every time they screw us over with one of these stupid changes, I end up buying a new machine.
Right. So Aaron, we actually had a debate or discussion last week about the viewers, and like Aaron swears up and down by the Alchemy viewer, and so didn't Vic, and it is better. I've been on it. I hate change, and I go on there and I I don't know. It makes no sense because I feel like I'm just as slow trying to learn the interface in there, which is equivalent to lag for me. Like, it's equivalent to like your AO isn't there. You can save your AO and you can actually put it in Alchemy. Aaron can help you with that. You can save your AO
Yeah,
to a folder.
it's already there. Alchemy scans your Firestorm AO folder and just imports the animations.
Yeah. Yeah. Get Tegan or Aaron to help you out with that if you need instructions. But yeah, see, you learned something new today. Congratulations.
Get Aaron. Tegan is not volunteering. Get at Aaron.
Yeah, I'm always volunteering, Aaron. I'm sorry. Oh, he's just so good at that stuff. Aaron, you're really, really good at computer stuff and techie stuff, and I just want everybody to know that you're good at that.
I'm not that good at it.
He's like, no, I'm not that good at it.
Just
Mr.
restart your
Smoke,
computer.
just restart your computer. All right. Does anybody have any last second topics they want us to chime in on? Otherwise, we're at 3 minutes before this podcast is over. Aria, did you have anything you wanted to say about your game place?
Oh well, yeah. Like always, we Pixel Swagger HQ does have a full game area. Should be the landing point, but anyone that wants a landmark can message me. But
Yeah,
it's
you gotta
open
go
to
over there and play golf.
everyone. What?
We gotta go over there and play golf.
Yeah, there's golf. There's like 5 game tables. There's a whole movie area that has like,
Bowling.
yeah, there's bowling, but the movie, I have like 40 or 50 movies in that TV already. And like, honestly, if someone wants a movie, I have no problem getting whatever movies wanted in there if you want to watch one. Um, but yeah, that's really fun. And I honestly, like, even if I don't come up and say hi, it makes me so happy when I see people up there. We have a lot of the live singers that perform here that will go up there, once a week and play all together. And like, it makes me so happy and so excited to see people using something that I built. And
Uh
then, oh,
no, go ahead, go ahead.
nope, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, let's give so Kat kind of joined in the middle of us talking, and we actually were missing Nettie tonight. So I'm really glad that you actually spoke up and asked to come up on stage, Kat. We
Mhm.
should give you a little plug about, or you should do a little plug though, like who are you, where you from, because a lot of people might not know.
Um, well, I'm a YouTube creator for SL exclusively. And I do a variety of different videos. I'm actually kind of recalibrating my channel because it needs work. But I do a really good collaboration with a group called ATG Productions, and we do news, entertainment, and sports. And one of the things that we talk about is dun 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 pixel confession. Which is one of the things we announce on a weekly now that we've connected with Pixel Swagger, because we think it's important for people to like tune in and like hear actual people talk about their SL lives, because at the end of the day, if you're in world, it's nice to know that somebody else is in there with you and they're not a
Mhm.
bot. and
100%.
and they have experiences just like you do. So it's a nice way to connect and meet new people, and a great way to also kind of see how varied and how expansive this world is and how creative it is. It's really cool.
And something we try to do is like we try not to talk about real life topics. If the topic is SL and it leads into something related to real life, yes, but you're not ever going to hear us be talking about politics or anything like that on this. It's just SL only. But I do got to end it. We got to wrap it up. So this podcast will be posted on Friday at noon, and you can continue the discussion either on our Pixel Swagger community. We have over 700 members in there, so make sure you join the community. We post we post a lot of like interactive things on there, but also you can join in on this discussion, and you can also join in on it here. Like you can pop into our podcast channel or even just our Pixel Swagger Pixel Chatter and join in the discussion there. And Arya will be posting that in the community on Friday, and Aaron and I will work on we basically edit this recording, and he edits it and makes it sound a little bit more crisp. But I hope that you guys all have a beautiful day. Thank you for coming in, and we are out. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Next week.